Welcome back, Hive Mind. This is Shalazar with Hive Mind Gaming, coming at you with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today we're going to take a look at the state of the game, where Palarium is going with Raid Shadow Legends. Alright, so first off, let's talk about the new fusion. So people have been complaining about the fact that there were so many new champions to do this fusion. Every single champion was for this fusion. They have done this before. If you're newer to the game, you probably don't remember back when they did this with a couple of their champs. So this is not new. They've done this before. Yes, it's shocking. It sucks because we've been saving up these champions, but they're still doing what they've done before. Okay, so that's the first thing. Second thing is that there will be another fusion in October. So the last fusion wasn't done when this guy came out, and then I don't believe this guy's going to be done when the next fusion comes out, because I think this fusion goes all the way up to the 30th, and they've already announced that they're going to have a Halloween fusion, which is about that time. So my guess is they're going to start it before Halloween, and it's going to run into November. And then they're going to have a second fusion, being a third fusion, or fourth. Actually, would be a fourth fusion in December. So first we had Dracul, which is from the Ogryn tribe, and then we had Vergumkar, or also known as Dracomorth's overfed grandmother. And then in October, at the end of October, we're going to have a Halloween fusion, and then another fusion in December. They did say that the Halloween fusion will be a fragment fusion, and it will be festive type characters, which is our champions, which they've done in the past. Last Halloween they brought out Madame Siri, Miscreated Monster, Brachus, Harvest Jack, etc. And last Christmas they brought out Jingle Hunter, Frostbringer, Sir Nicholas. So I'm sure that this Halloween and this Christmas are going to be no different. They're going to bring out festive type champions. So something else is this picture here was released on Facebook by Palarium. It was mainly just a question asking people to fill out a survey for them. And this is the promo picture they put along with it. Now, as you can see, a lot of these champions are already in the game, but the one right here in the center with the two horns here, he is not in the game. There's no art for any champion in the game that has a helmet like that or is crusted over in ice like that, other than Tormund. So yeah, that's a new champion. That could possibly be, we could possibly be seeing the first look at our Christmas fusion coming up. So possibilities there. So yeah, tell me in the comments what you guys think about that artwork. Dracul was a fragment champion, where this one is a classic fusion with all new champions. The next one will also be a fragment summons, or fragment champion, which is going to be the Halloween one. And then they said the one at Christmas time is going to be our classic fusion, and they didn't actually come right out and say it, but they alluded that it will be used with champions that are already in the game. So all we can do is hope that it's going to be this classic fusion like this, but all of the champs used to fuse it is going to be champs that we already own and are already in our vault ready to go. So that's what we're hoping for. That's the state of the game. And then through all that, the tower should be out at some point as well. So we should be getting the tower in hopes that it will come in between the Halloween fusion and the Christmas fusion. And also, I would like to think that they're going to put out champions in those fusions that are going to be helpful within the tower. For instance, I do believe that this guy, everybody, there's a lot of people that just don't like him, and I believe how oddly specific he is. I think he's probably going to be very helpful in the new tower. At least I'm hoping. So that's what I'm hoping for. So we'll definitely see once that happens. Now, the other thing I'd like to discuss is fragment summonings themselves. I'd like to go over what I would like to see in the future. Because my issue is, like right now, we have Drexthar in the bazaar that you can purchase in the bazaar. And then we've got Kreela, who came out with the chance to get extra fragments. We had Drak Ghoul that came out that had the chance to get extra fragments. And then, of course, you had a Horden that they gave us pretty much for free to basically test out the fragment system. So, and then we're going to have another fragment at the end of this month during the Halloween event. So the problem is when someone can't finish the fragment events, and they have really close to 100 fragments, and then at the end, Palarium's sending out these offers. Here's one that someone from my guild had where they were 30 away, and this was sent to them. Now this is $20 for 10 fragments. Now if I was just 10 away, maybe I could see spending $20 to guaranteed to get a guaranteed legendary. I could see that. But he would have to spend $60. Now I realize there's some of you out there that would probably do this, and that's fine, and that's good on you. I'm glad you're doing that because that allows the rest of us to play without having to spend money. So thank you for that. But the other side is, what are they thinking? What is Palarium thinking when they're sending out these offers for $20 for 10 fragments? It's insane. Now, if they had these kind of offers and it was a generic fragment that you could use with any champion, then I could see that being worth that much, and you just stockpile fragments. I could see that, and I think that's a missed opportunity on their part too. I also feel that instead of putting Drexthar Blood Twin in the bazaar to purchase, it should be a generic fragment in there. So that way, if I am just 10 away, I can just purchase one fragment a day for the next 10 days, and I'll get my 10 shards for whatever fragments going on, fragment summoning events that's going on. So I think they missed a really good opportunity by not putting in generic fragments. Now, could they possibly do this at a later date? Yeah, that might be a thing once they get several fragment events gone and done with. Because are they ever going to run another event that has Kreela in it? I mean, why would they? Because most people that wanted her has already got her. Same with Drak Ghoul. I mean, there's no reason to run an extra event. The way around it is to run an event. I mean, heck, run a whole event that has to do with generic tokens, generic fragments. And that way you could stockpile your generic fragments. That way the next time a fragment event comes out, you're already there. I mean, they're never going to do that. I mean, this is just hopeful wishing on my part, because they're never going to do that. Just for the plain simple fact that it gives people the ability to stockpile stuff and not have to spend money the next time they run an event. And they don't want that, which is why they've done the the fusion event that's going on right now with all new rares. They knew that you couldn't do it. And this is the whole reason they came out with the fragment event anyway, is because people were stockpiling their rares in Epic, so people weren't spending money during their fusion events. So now with the fragment events, you have to, because you can't stockpile. So they're never going to do that suggestion, even though it would be nice if they did, because people would spend money just to stockpile. So even though they're stockpiling, they're still spending money to do it. But I guess they just can't see that in the long term. I don't know. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think about that. Um, I just wanted to throw that out there. Go through the state of Palarium. Let people know what's to come. So make sure you're continuing to save your energy. Don't don't use your energy refills, things like that, unless you have to. Stockpile. Make sure you stockpile your brews and your potions, because you'll need those for the next couple fusions, things like that. So, other than that, if you like content, you want to see more, make sure you like and join the Hive by subscribing. We'll see you next time. Bye.